So number 3 is called a table slide. And sometimes this is easier than a wall walk to start with. This could be a dining room table, it could be your desk at work, it could be a standing counter if I'm standing up at home. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use my body to push my arms forward, and I'm going to let this slide.
Go as far as I can. And use my body
to pull myself up. So I'm using my trunk muscles here to do the work. So again, I'm sliding out. And I'm pulling back using my torso. So let's wrap this up by just talking a little bit about why this can happen. I mentioned estrogen before. With a reduction in estrogen in perimenopause and menopause, and even after a pregnancy, that can create inflammation and is something that we know can cause the capsule in the shoulder to kind of come into a lockdown state. Now, you can very literally let a frozen shoulder melt with just time. But for most people that's too frustrating. So alternatives to treatment for this is physical therapy and modalities, working on stretching and kind of catching it at the beginning and kind of moving our way through this. Taking HRT can be another way to deal with it. We can also see adhesive capsulitis or frozen shoulder from little injuries. Say you've had a little micro tears around the shoulder. That might be something that doing some anti-inflammatories may help. That'd be something you'd see like your orthopedic surgeon for. Again, physical therapy, gentle stretching, or maybe post-operatively. Sometimes people will have a shoulder surgery. Maybe they don't do their rehab the way that they should. We see it a lot. And this decides to lock down. And again, that's more of an injury process, in which case, again, it might be a combination of physical therapy, modalities, anti-inflammatories, including stretching. But the stretches I just showed you here are a few good ways that if this starts to stiffen up and you find yourself just not being able to reach so high, start working on these early and often to try to maintain mobility and flexibility and see if that gives you the aid that you need before maybe you have to end up in my office.